Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment.
Good evening, dear educators. Welcome to this exclusive webinar I just would like to make an announcement that we are starting in just 5 minutes. I request you to please be with us for 5 more minutes and then we will start with the webinar. Good evening, everyone.
Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizzy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizzy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment. Tune in to brace yourself for a brand new podcast series presenting Quizzy Talk. This isn't just another podcast, it's an electric mix of ideas, stories, and smarts, all wrapped up in captivating conversations. Here, we'll meet pioneers, storytellers, and extraordinary minds who aren't just talking. They are shifting perspectives, igniting curiosity, and maybe even sparking a change in your thinking. Get ready to listen, think, enjoy, and most of all, learn. Subscribe now and don't miss a moment.
Curiosity is the spark that drives learning, innovation, and personal growth. It is one of the great secrets to success. It explores cultivating and turning that spark into a flame that fuels lifelong learning. For a teacher, it is important to help a child to be willing and able to continually grow, learn, and question what is around them. As somebody said, a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, and a great teacher like you are watching us inspires curiosity. Good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, and adab to one and all. My name is Saurabh Beniwal, your host and moderator for the day from Indianica Learning. Welcome you all into this exclusive webinar named General Knowledge in the Classroom, Igniting and Feeding Curiosity. Our session today will cover strategies, tools, and real-life examples that you can use to make general knowledge an integral and exciting part of your teaching and learning journey. First, let me warmly welcome all the educators and curiosity enthusiasts who have joined us nationwide. We are thrilled to have you here as we are going to explore the importance of general knowledge in fostering curiosity and creativity in the classroom. Well, today in this exclusive session, we are honored to have with us a person who has started the regime of quizzes in India. He's not an individual, but an institution of knowledge, skills, and innovation. Well known as the father of quizzing in India, none other than Mr. Siddhartha Basu. Well, he doesn't need any introduction, but as per custom, I would like to say a few words about him. Mr. Siddhartha Basu is a television producer, director, TV and live show host, a graduate of English literature from St. Stephen's College, Delhi, and a postgraduate from Delhi University's art faculty. He began his career in television by directing documentary films in 1977, and he became a very popular and a successful TV quiz host, starting with Quiz Time on Doordarshan in 1985, as well as several internationally acclaimed shows, including Mastermind India and University Challenge for BBC. His most considerable quiz show success came in 2000 when his company Big Synergy Communication produced and directed Kaun Banega Crorepati, hosted by Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. He is currently the director of Tree of Knowledge, a company creating exciting, interactive, tech-enabled digital app-based and TV properties across the platforms. And his latest digital offering is Koti, Quizzer of the Year, a quiz app on Sonilive. Before we invite him, I would like to say you one more thing. When we say curiosity, in Hindi we say, agar seekhne ke liye hai jigyasu, hum sab ke saath aa gaye hain, none other than Mr. Siddhartha Basu. Mr. Basu, thank you so much for joining us from your busy schedule. We are honored to have you in this exclusive webinar for our teachers. There are people still joining, and I'm sure that they would also love to understand the main elements which are absolutely important. As we all know that general knowledge is a subject that premises the platform of all other subjects, and even not in academic, but in non-academic ground as well. So we would like to hear you. I will not take much time. Over to you, sir. And our audience is waiting to listen to your thoughts about the topic for the day. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Saurabh, and thank you to Indianica Learning, who are the publishers of our two general knowledge book series, or rather workbook series, which is out there on offer. Many of the educators joining us may be aware of them. There's a Know For Sure series, which began way back in around 2010, I think. And then subsequently, there's been Knowledge Bee, which is one of our newest offerings, which is out there. Those of you who haven't checked it out, you really must, because we're really pleased with how that is. And Know For Sure 2 is going through a huge rejuvenation and is going to be out there for you. Many of you have joined. Thank you so much for joining us on this webinar on general knowledge, igniting and feeding curiosity. I'm a co-traveler. You are all full-time teachers, pretty much all of you. And so you have considerable, and I'm sure very rich expertise, experience on how to engage students. So this is really an exploratory discussion. I'm very happy to discuss with you what we bring onto the table and what we suggest and offer, but would very much like to hear what you too have to tell our team at Tree of Knowledge and at Indianica Learning on what your experiences are. So I'd love to hear your words, views, feedback, questions after this particular discussion. I'll start off with a little bit of a presentation, after which I'm happy to take queries from you. We also will punctuate it from time to time with some quizzes, which are computer-driven, and you can take part in them, see what it is, and there are prizes. Saurabh, I believe you have some prizes to offer too for some of our people who are joining us. Would you like to tell us what you're offering?
So the winners are going to get a gift voucher, rupees 1,000 for each, which you can redeem and can buy stuff for yourself, maybe the books or something else.
Fantastic. And we have at least 10 prizes. There you are. There's Benepic and Amazon. There's vouchers worth 1,000 rupees each time. So we'll be offering at least 10 of them, if not more, depends on how you respond and how generous Saurabh is feeling beyond what has already been catered for. So what kind of numbers do we have with us already, Saurabh?
So we have around more than 100 joined on YouTube and around more than 450 joined on Zoom, and people are increasing. Like I'm sure that we'll be reaching a good number. I mean, it's of course it's also a good number, but yeah, we'll be reaching more.
Great. We have a huge number of registrants, I believe, going into thousands. So I believe they join in fits and starts, but as the questions and the competition and the prizes warm up, there'll be more joining in. But thank you, those of you who've joined in punctually. Now, if you're all ready, I'm ready to go with our brief presentation on the subject of the day. So, hello, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you to today's webinar on general knowledge, igniting and feeding curiosity in the classroom. As teachers, you are the architects of young minds, and today we'll explore how we can make learning more engaging, thought-provoking, and relevant to our students. So, let's dive in. Take a look at the next slide. Why is general knowledge important in the classroom? For one, for me, I define general knowledge as everything's not only spinning off from the textbooks or your classrooms, but beyond it, because the world is very wide. It can't be confined just to a set of textbooks or what's discussed in the classroom. You know that. So it's equipping young minds to explore further, to find out for themselves, to engage with it, to master facts, knowledge, and be able to make connections. It's much more. General knowledge is much more than about mastering facts. General knowledge enhances critical thinking and curiosity, skills that are essential for success in life. And then it promotes interdisciplinary learning by showing students how subjects like science and history and geography and literature can overlap. It also equips students for real-world challenges, competitions, competitive exams, and opportunities. Importantly, general knowledge fosters social awareness and encourages lifelong learning. As teachers, you have the unique opportunity to sow the seeds of curiosity and ignite a passion for discovery. Now, let's talk about curiosity. Imagine your classroom filled with students who are eager or need to be made eager to ask questions and explore the why behind every concept, the how, the what, the where, the when. I call them the Chinese philosophers, who, why, what, when, in that sense. Curiosity broadens perspectives, helping students understand diverse viewpoints. It strengthens communication skills as they articulate questions and engage in discussions. And it boosts their confidence, not just in academics, but also in social contexts like debates and presentations and meaningful discussions. When we nurture curiosity, we are not just teaching them today's syllabus, we're preparing them for a lifetime of learning and growth. So, how do we foster curiosity? That's what we're discussing today. And make general knowledge a part of daily teaching and exchanges. Here are some effective strategies. Perhaps you can start or start your session with daily trivia. I don't like the word trivia, but what I meant is fun facts, interesting facts, mind-opening facts, or quizzes. These can be quick 5-minute activities to energize your class. Encourage open discussions on current events. Let students share their perspectives and relate them to what they're learning. And one of my favorites, storytelling. Use stories to introduce concepts. For instance, instead of teaching historical dates, narrate the events and let the students experience the story. These tactics or strategies not only engage students, but also make learning memorable. And who says learning can't be fun? Incorporating multimedia tools like videos and educational apps can make even the driest topics come alive. Gamified learning, like quizzes or puzzles, taps into students' natural competitive spirit, and hands-on activities, whether it's a science experiment or a history project, allow them to experience learning firsthand. Now, take a look at this page. Can we pull back, please? Show the whole back. These are a few pages from our Knowledge Bee books, I beg your pardon, from our Knowledge Bee books. Take a look. There's a sort of infographic on Journey of a River, the different systems from the origin right to where it empties into the river. Now, take a look at the next page. Okay, that's given in the book. You can make it alive in the classroom with a chart or an image of a screen if you have a screen. There you are. So you have a number of rivers mentioned from different parts of the world, from different continents. And the exercise is to complete the table by writing the source of each river and the water body it drains into. And educated guesswork, informed guesswork is critical to be able to make connections, to be able to quiz. So right now you have the names of the rivers in one column. Next to it is the source. Next to it is the destination. Now, if there are students who straight away can name what the source of the Irrawaddy is, well, they enter it. Or the destination. Or they can take help of the help box. That's one thing we've done in both Know For Sure as well as Knowledge Bee. From every other game activity has assists or hints to help people get closer to the answer. We want to empower the students to feel they can figure it out. And if they can find their way to the answer, that's excellence. So there's Irrawaddy. Incidentally, a quick question to everybody. Did you know that the river Ravi, Lucknow, is on the banks of the river Ravi? Now, one of the big questions on general knowledge quizzes is, which is the only river in the subcontinent which has a male name? And most names come up with Brahmaputra, which is correct. Then some people say, what about Ravi? That's in the Indian subcontinent. Ravi is, in fact, a short form of Irrawaddy. That's where Ravi comes from. And of course, Irrawaddy in Myanmar, what used to be called Burma, is the river we are talking about here, not the Ravi River, which is one of the Punjab rivers. So you look at the help box, you pick up a source from there, you pick up a destination there, and you complete the set. That's one way that you can do it. Let's look at the next page. Next to it, you have a bunch of singers over there. These are all familiar faces. So if you can make a bit of a spinning wheel in class, and you can replace the triangular panels which form part of the circle and which spin around, and you have letters in an inner circle, you can match here the names to the people. Can young students who see these faces, can they match the face with the name? So all they have to do is pick the letter and put it against the circle which has the image of the singer. Now, you can put in any kind of content over there and see whether visually students can match visual features with the names. This is one way to gamify it. This is one way to make it interactive. And this is something you can try. Now, we have a sort of online proprietary video game activity which we can run, which you can use your puzzles to show. We will show you how we can run a mix and match game for your students if you have assistance of a screen. Okay, so if you can have the screen there. Now, we have a software which we use in all our live shows, which can integrate games, graphics, text, titles, audiovisual clues, instantaneous timing and scoring, buzzing operations. It can run audio, video, everything. We use that in our live shows. But today you have so many tools that you can use in the classroom. You have them available online. So if you have a screen, this is just one variety of something that you can do over there. Now, this is a variation on mix and match where we give you 5 choices, or rather propositions, which you have to max on the board. We give you 8 choices. You have to match these 5 with the correct 5 answers. It's very simple. I'd love a volunteer from the panelists over there. So I think Saurabh will find any one. And I will tell you what the subject is. So if you can have a volunteer accordingly, and you get a prize for getting them all right. Any one volunteer. Can we have the subject,
like to be
please?
the volunteer, if you can raise your hand, then we'll choose it randomly.
So
Raise
the
your hand.
challenge is we are going to give you the name of 5 Indian cities, which you have to match with their sobriquets, how they're described. So if Paris is called the city of love, for instance, but these have to do with Indian cities. Okay, so let's see if we have somebody volunteering to match the names of 5 Indian cities with their sobriquets. Okay, do we have any volunteers?
Yeah, I'll just check that. So I'll be randomly selecting people. Mr. Saurabh Sinha. Mr. Saurabh Sinha, I'll promote you as a panelist and you'll be rejoining again. Quickly rejoin and then put your video on.
Okay, Saurabh Sinha is the person who's been chosen for this particular one, matching the Indian cities with their sobriquets. But he has to rejoin so that we can see him and we can hear him. And he can answer these questions within 60 seconds.
Yeah, Mr. Saurabh Sinha is with us. Mr. Sinha,
there'll be more people getting an opportunity after this, but let's begin with Saurabh Sinha.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that you,
Yeah,
Saurabh
Mr.
Sinha?
Sinha.
Can we see
Yeah.
all of your face? At the moment, you're getting cut off just below the nose. Hi, Saurabh.
Hi.
How are you?
Am I visible now?
You're visible. We can see almost all of your face. Where are you speaking from? And
I'm speaking from Calcutta.
from Kolkata. Okay. Hi, Saurabh. Do you teach or involved with the school in any way?
I was involved earlier in with an educational institution. Because of my interest in education, I've joined this. Right now, I'm not in any educational institution, but earlier I was.
Which one was that?
This was the senior secondary school in Sector 10 in Bhilai. This was run by Bhilai Steel Plant. I basically work for Steel Authority of India Limited.
Great. Good to have you with us, Saurabh. So if you're familiar, you should be able to max this. We are going to give you the names of 5 Indian cities. Can we have it up on the screen, please? Hyderabad, Lucknow, Bengaluru, Kolkata, Jamshedpur. This should be very simple for you. We'll give you 8 choices. You have to match these 5 correctly from those 8 choices. You have 1 minute to crack it. You can change your mind at any point within that 1 minute. If you're ready, Saurabh, we'll start your mix and match set now.
Sure.
Right. Where do you want to begin?
Kolkata,
Kolkata is
City of Joy.
City of Joy. Let's enter that. City of Joy for
Jamshedpur.
Kolkata. Then
Jamshedpur,
Jamshedpur is
Steel City.
Steel City, you think? Okay. Bengaluru, Lucknow, Hyderabad,
Bangalore,
Bengaluru,
Silicon Valley of India.
Silicon Valley of India, you think? Okay. You've matched 3. Correctly or not, we'll let you know after the time ends.
Lucknow,
Lucknow,
City of Nawabs.
City of Nawabs, you think? 10 seconds left.
Hyderabad,
Hyderabad,
City of Pearls.
City of Pearls, you think? You want to make any changes? 2 seconds left.
No, sure.
Right, let's lock it. Okay, so Saurabh, you worked your way through this within a minute. Let's see how many you got right. Kolkata, you said, was City of Joy. Is that correct? Yes. Jamshedpur, Steel City. Also correct. Bengaluru, you said. Silicon Valley of India, Bengaluru. Correct. Lucknow, City of Nawabs. Correct. Hyderabad is the City of Pearls. Good, you've got all of them right.
Thank you.
Very good. So you picked up points and the bonus as well, but that earns you a prize. You win the very first prize of the day, and you can claim
All
it
right.
from Indianica Learning.
So, Mr.
there'll
Sinha,
be
I'll
a-
just request you to please put your email ID using chat, and my team will take care of it, and then that reward will be sent to your email ID.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Saurabh. And
Thank you very
now
much.
we'll
Thank
have
you.
another set for somebody else. This
Yeah, I'll
time,
just-
perhaps from another part of the country. Please, Saurabh, and your team
Yeah, I'll
at
just do that.
Indianica Learning, and
So
maybe another gender.
So I'll have to leave.
Yeah, you can put your
Okay.
video off, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
All
Shireen with
those-
us. Shireen.
Tuned in on YouTube. Do like and share. And there'll be lots happening for you on YouTube in the course of time. We'll tell you what those things are going to be as we carry on. But for now, the
So-
people on Zoom are going to be
Yeah.
able to play. But
we have
you'll
one
have more
more-
opportunity coming down.
Correct, sir. So we have one more participant named Shireen. Shireen, if you can please put your video and audio on.
So waiting to welcome
I'm not
Shireen.
comfortable with video. Can audio goes on?
That's
Okay.
completely your choice. Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, Shireen. Shireen, where are you from?
I'm from Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. And are you a teacher?
Yeah.
Are you a teacher?
Not audible. Yeah. No, I was. Now
Where
I've
were you a
switched to my
teacher?
job.
Sorry?
I was at preschool.
You were at a preschool. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have something up for you on the screen, Shireen.
Sure.
Here is the subject. Match these folk dances with the states they are associated with. Okay? You're familiar with folk dances, Shireen?
Yeah,
Different
I
parts
can.
of the country?
Yeah, I can.
Excellent. Here are the names of 5 folk dances.
Sure.
Garba, Bhangra, Bihu, Karakattam, and Ghumar. You have to just match them with the states they originate from. And here are 8 choices. You have to match these 5 correctly. Let's have our choices.
Sure.
Your 1 minute starts now.
Garba, Gujarat.
Garba, Gujarat, you say. I notice I
Kathakam,
can hear another
Tamil
voice
Nadu.
assisting you. Very good. Teamwork.
My cousin is sitting with me. I'll just tell him, don't say.
Sure. No, he's welcome. He's welcome to assist you.
Sure. Bhangra from Punjab.
Bhangra from
Bihu,
Punjab. All right.
Assam. Bihu is Assam.
Bihu, you say, is Assam.
And Tamil Nadu, Karkatam. Third,
Karakattam
Tamil Nadu.
is Tamil Nadu.
And Ghumar, Rajasthan.
Ghumar is Rajasthan. You've done them very fast, along with your cousin. So,
Yeah.
how much time do we have left?
14
14.
seconds.
Do you want to lock?
Yeah, I want to lock.
Lock. There we are. You know, most people watching would know you got all of them correct. Let's repeat it. They're all correctly matched. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. It's
Okay,
really
one more
fun.
match time. Well done, Shireen. Well done. Enjoy your prize. And as Saurabh said, do message your address and details to the Indianica Learning team, and they will make sure your coupon is relayed to you. All right,
Yeah.
your prize coupon.
Thank you.
Now, one more match time. Let's have the subject, and we'll have one more contestant from another
I'll
part
just
of the
do that.
country,
So we have
hopefully.
Miss Deepa Mishra. Miss Deepa Mishra, I request you to please join as a panelist.
What do these scientific scales measure? That's the subject. Deepa Mishra, let's see if she's a current teacher or not, or a former teacher. We'll find out.
She's yet to join, and by the time I'll just promote one more teacher with the name Ranjana. Ranjana,
we'll come
ma'am,
to another kind of question afterwards. So I think at the moment, let's see if Deepa is comfortable with this subject, or we can offer another one.
Okay, I'll just check that.
Is Deepa?
Yeah. We have one more person. We have another person named Ranjana, ma'am. Ranjana, ma'am, I've given you the rights to be the panelist. Please join as a panelist.
So let's see who's going to join us now.
Yeah.
And let's see if we see them on the video.
Okay.
Incidentally, we'll be putting out this webinar once it's cleaned up and edited a little bit. We'll putting it on our Quizy Talk platform, a Quizy Talk podcast, and you can all like, share, subscribe, and a whole lot of podcasts are coming up. One of them will be this webinar, and hopefully in course of time we'll have more webinars for you. So do go to the Indianica Learn site as well as the Quizy Talk site, like, share, subscribe, okay, when we put it up. And coming up this weekend, we'll be putting up the first of our podcast series, our Quizy Talk podcast series. So all of you, do watch out for it.
All right,
so
sir.
Do we have somebody joining in?
We have Divyani Dinesh with us. Divyani, ma'am, I request you please put your video audio on. Divyani, ma'am.
Divyani Dinesh, we'll wait for that person.
Yeah, ma'am has joined
us. Good evening, sir.
Divyani, hi.
Hi, sir.
Good to have you join us. Where are you from?
Yes, sir. DPS Balko Korba.
You're from Korba.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? So fantastic. So is this subject something you're comfortable with, or do you want us to offer you another subject?
Change.
What do these scientific scales measure? You comfortable with scientific scales? You too have somebody prompting you from the side.
Sir, I am not audible.
You can't hear me?
All right. You're not. Is it audible to you, Divyani?
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable with the topic named scientific scales?
Can you not hear?
Sir, please repeat again.
No, I think sorry, evidently there's a problem
with
you're hearing us or going back. So let's have somebody else over there.
I'll just do that. Yeah, quickly.
Audio video.
We have another person named Anuradha Vinod.
Anuradha Vinod. Let's welcome Anuradha Vinod. She has to switch off and rejoin.
Yeah, Anuradha ma'am is joining. Just within a few seconds, she'll join us. Yes, Anuradha ma'am, please put your video audio on. Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Anuradha Vinod, welcome. Where are you?
It is so nice to see you. It is so nice to see you. All my childhood, I have seen you.
Good to say hello to you too and to see you too. Where are you, ma'am?
Yeah. I am from Hyderabad.
You're from Hyderabad. The moment you're speaking from there?
Yes, I'm speaking from Hyderabad.
Are you a teacher, ma'am?
Yes, I'm a teacher, sir.
Excellent. So are you comfortable with this subject? What do these scientific scales measure? You have a choice
don't
of
know.
flipping the subject. I'm going to give you that choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we could.
You're good with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever, sir. Get, I get. I don't get. It's fine. It's an honor
It's
to talk
fine.
to you. So I'm happy with that.
Good to speak to you too. All right.
Yeah.
Let's have 5 scientific scales on the screen. The Richter scale, the Scoville scale, the Curie scale, the Angstrom scale, and the Watt scale. Familiar with these scales? Some of them at least?
Yes.
Very
Yes,
good.
Yes.
Let's have 8 choices for you coming below. Now you have to match those 5 on top with 5 of the 8 below correctly. You have 55 seconds left. Start now.
Okay. Richter scale, earthquakes.
Richter, earthquakes. Let's
Yeah.
enter it.
Yeah.
Scoville,
Curie for
Curie,
radioactivity.
Curie radioactivity.
Armstrong power.
Angstrom, you think is power. Let's enter it.
What is electric current?
What do you think is electric current? Okay.
Yes. And the last one?
Scoville.
Scale. This is what. So can you
What?
just pronounce it again? I haven't heard about it.
Scoville scale.
Scoville scale.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
You're from Andhra.
Okay.
All right, that's time. So you
Is it
got in
intensity
4
of
choices.
light?
I'll reveal the answer. Your time is up. Okay.
Oh,
so
sorry.
at this point,
Okay.
you can't offer more choices. Anuradha, let's reveal how many you got right. Okay. Earthquake Richter scale, correct. Curie, it's a scientific scale of radioactivity, correct. Angstrom, you said is power. No. Power, in fact, is what?
Is what?
Yeah. What?
I
Reveal
thought
what?
as much.
Okay, so you miss. Angstrom is actually distance. And you know why I said Scoville is linked to Andhra in one sense? Because Andhra is the home of the Guntur chili, among others. And for very hot food too.
Pungency.
And so it's pungency is the correct answer. But it was good to play with you and good to have you be so cheerful and sporting
Yes.
in this game. And thank you for
Yes,
joining
sir.
us on this. Thank you,
Thank you.
Anuradha.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
thank
back
you.
to one more game, or should we just move on?
As per you, sir. If you like, we can have one more people because the people now started writing in chat. It's my time. It's my time. So they're curious to
We'll
answer.
have one more. We'll have
Yeah,
one
we can
more.
have it
Let's
one
put the
more. We
subject
can
up.
have it with
One more
Sujata
match time.
Ashwin.
Let's have one more subject and then choose the person.
Okay.
Let's see who comes up on this particular subject. Okay. So can we have the cuisine screen on, please? And let's see what subject is coming on.
Monuments.
I thought we were going to have something with saris.
So I request everyone to please put your hands down first because there are a lot of hands which are already raised. So put your hands down and then if you are confident, then raise hand. We'll just check it and pick it randomly. If you're confident, then please raise your hand and then I'll pick one of you randomly.
Okay, this is one subject. I think we have one on saris, which is the kind of thing, for instance, which is typically not necessarily part of your classroom exercise. So let's see.
You're on mute. Yeah.
Right. Now, this one is arrange these monuments with the people who had built them. Okay. Any takers? Who's going to volunteer?
Yeah.
And who we going to have up on this?
Miss Sujata Ashwin.
Sujata
put your video
Ashwin.
on.
Hi, Sujata. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Can
Good to
you hear
meet
me?
you. Yes, we can hear you clearly. Where are you connecting to us from?
Hyderabad again. In fact, I'm Anuradha's co-worker.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, good to have you with us.
Right.
Coincidence.
Jata,
Right.
now you have to arrange these monuments with the people who built them. Let's have the 5 monuments.
Okay.
Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Char Minar, Gol Gumbad, Brihadishwari Temple. Okay, you should be able to get these.
Okay.
Let's put in your 8 choices. Your time has begun. Match them.
Okay. I'll start with the easy one. Taj Mahal is Shah Jahan.
Taj Mahal, you think, is Shah Jahan.
Qutub Minar, Qutbuddin Aibak started it. It was finished by Iltutmish.
So which one do you want to?
I want
Yes.
to go with Qutbuddin Aibak.
Qutbuddin Aibak. All right.
Actually, Khilji also did it.
Char
Okay.
Minar.
Char Minar,
You're in Hyderabad.
yes. Kuli Qutub Shah,
Kuli Qutub Shah, you think.
yes.
All right. Gol Gumbad.
I will take Brihadishwara temple first because Tamilian. Raja Raja Chola.
Raja Raja Chola, you think. All right.
And
Gol Gumbad.
Gol Gumbas, I'm going to guess, is Adil Shah.
Adil Shah, you think. Let's put it in. Okay. You're pretty certain of what you were going for. Let's go through it systematically. Taj Mahal, you said Shah Jahan. Right. Absolutely. Can't be anything else. Qutub Minar, you correctly honed in on Qutbuddin Aibak, who's the one who started it and then principally added to by Iltutmish. You were right about that too. And there were others too who took it on after that.
Yes.
Char Minar, you said, was Kuli Qutub Shah. Is that correct? Yes, correct again. Brihadishwari Temple, you said Raja Raja Chola the first. Is that correct? And finally, you said Gol Gumbad. Is it Adil Shah? Let's find out. Yes, all right. Fantastic. You win yourself a special prize worth 1,000 rupees, which you
Thank
can
you.
claim from Amazon.
I think
Or
now I
Digitech.
can confidently tell you that I'm a history teacher.
I wouldn't have disqualified you on that basis. That's all right. That's absolutely fine. This is how to make it exciting for students, how they can get it visually to relate names to people and see how they can do it in that way. So this is one way that you can do it. Okay. Can we go back to our presentation, please? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for winning.
Sujata ma'am,
Congratulations.
please mention. Yeah, Sujata ma'am, please mention her email ID using chat.
Yeah, I'll do that right away, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank
You're
you.
most welcome. And now you have other games and activities that you can use in the classroom. There's one which we call Know the Book. And if you know Knowledge Bee and know for sure, you know there are a number of things like that. Let's go to the word search. All right. Now we'll expand the page. On this particular one, it is Know the Book. Books that children of that particular age group should know about or might know about or might be able to work their way through it as they look for the names over there, as they eliminate choices, and then they go to the numbers and enter the things there. So here it is. You read the clues and find out the names of these books hidden in this word grid. So that's a typical exercise in one of our books, but we'll run a word search for one of you. We'll give you a theme, and then let's have a volunteer to be able to take it on and answer it. Okay.
So I can see Mr. Rashid Anwar.
Wait
I'll
for the
give you right.
subject. Saurabh, wait for the subject.
Okay.
And then can we please make sure that they're from different parts of the country, north, south,
All
east,
right.
west, not from the same city, and we have some variety that way. Okay. Let's put up the subject. Can we size it right, please? Identify 5 insects is the exercise. All right. Now, let's see who we have coming up to answer the questions. Not from Hyderabad, not from Korba, not from Kolkata, from somewhere else.
So please mention your cities and states using chat, and then I'll pick it randomly. Quickly start mentioning your cities and states.
You heard Saurabh.
Yeah, I've got
For those
it
of you who are
from Punjab, from
volunteering
Delhi.
to take this word search on, please mention your cities and your schools if possible.
Just give me a minute, sir.
Sure.
So we have Miss Neha Handa from New Delhi. I'll just give you rights.
Neha Handa from
From New Delhi.
Okay.
Neha ma'am is joining again as a panelist. Just give me a minute. She'll be joining. Neha ma'am, please put your video audio on. Yeah, Neha ma'am is here with us. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Neha Handa. How are you?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. So good to be here.
And good to have you with us. And where are you teaching if you're teaching somewhere?
Sir, I am teaching at Basava International School in New Delhi, Dwarka.
Oh, I see. Can you just repeat the name of the school?
Basava International School.
Basva
Yes.
International School.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Okay. You're familiar with the subject, identify 5 insects?
Yes,
Reasonably
I am ready
familiar?
to do that, sir. Yes,
Very
yes.
good. It's a word search. So we're going to show you a grid and we are going to enter letters into it. And you have a defined period of time, in this case, 60 seconds, which is very generous. And you have to find the names of 5 insects across, down, diagonal, overlapping in this grid of letters. So let's enter the letters.
Sure.
6 columns across, 6 columns down. Now let's enter the letters into the grid. Your 1 minute starts now. Across, down, diagonal, overlapping.
How can I do that?
Just name. Just give me
Okay,
names.
it's beetle. First is beetle.
Beetle, you think?
Second is
Yes.
wasp. W-A-S-P.
Wasp is correct.
Yes.
Top to bottom, left to right. Keep looking, diagonal. There are 3 more over here to pick out.
It's a bit difficult for me, sir.
Keep looking. Keep looking. You have 14 seconds left. I hope the others also looking. We'll go to somebody else after this to complete it if Neha Handa can't. All right. 3 seconds. 2.
So sorry. So mantis? Mantis?
Mantis. Okay, I'm going to accept that. So you got in 3.
Yes.
You got in 3. Okay, now might as well reveal the other 2 to you before we move on to another one for somebody else among the people watching this webinar or taking part in it. Okay,
Sure.
let's reveal the other answers. Tick.
Okay, tick.
Ticks. All right, ant.
That was the
GT.
easiest one.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it.
There you are. So those are the 5 that would complete it. You have mantis, you have wasps, you have beetle, you have ant, and you have tick. Neha, thank you for taking part.
Thank you
The
so
more you
much, sir.
practice, the more you get the hang of it, and you
Right,
can
right.
run this with your students too. And it makes it interesting for them to look for things.
It was
you
fun,
know,
sir.
And
Yeah.
then, good. I'm glad you enjoyed
Thank-
that.
Thank
Let's
you
have
so
another
much.
subject and another volunteer from another part of the country. Yeah? Maybe from the northeast, from the deep south, from the west.
All right, I could see that Mr. Manish Kumar from Ranchi. I've given him rights. Maybe because of network concern, he's not able to join as a panelist. Let me just check it again. Or maybe we'll find someone else for this. Just give me a minute, sir. Mr. Manish Kumar has not yet joined. Okay, so we have Miss Bhavika Mehta from Mumbai.
Bhavika Mehta from Mumbai is going to join us to help identify 5 rivers of India. Okay.
Yeah, so Bhavika ma'am has just joining. Is just she may be. Yeah, Bhavika ma'am has joined. Please put your video on, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Bhavika Mehta, ma'am, good to have you with us. Can we also see you, or would you rather not?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can we possibly see you and others can too, or would you rather not? You have to turn in your camera if we have to see you. Otherwise, we'll just hear you and we'll carry on.
She has, I believe, logged off.
Okay.
Because of network concern, maybe she has logged off. Let me just find somebody else for that, right?
Please,
just give me a minute. Okay. Mr. Rashid Anwar, you'll be joining as panelist.
Rashid Anwar, do we know where he's from? What school he's?
Yeah, he's just joining. Yeah, Mr. Anwar, please put your video on.
Rashid Anwar, good to have you with us. Can you hear me? Can you unmute your mic so that we can?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Good to see you and hear you too. Where are you speaking to us from?
I'm speaking from Kanpur and I'm a computer teacher at Puran Chandra Vidya Niketan.
You're very welcome, Mr. Rashid Anwar. You have to identify 5 rivers of India in this word search exercise, okay? So we're going to put up the grid, 6 across, 6 down. Let's put in the letters, pick the name of 5 rivers in 1 minute, starting now.
Yamuna, Ganga.
Yamuna, you said. Yes, across, yes.
Ganga, I said, the second one.
Ganga,
Bees.
absolutely. Very obvious. You've got in 2 already. Excellent.
Bees.
Bias, you mean?
Yes, Bias.
The Bias. Okay, absolutely. Very good. 3, just 2 more to go and good amount of time.
Kaveri.
2 more in there.
Kaveri.
Kaveri.
And
Diagonally.
Ravi.
Very good. You picked that. Excellent.
Ravi.
Ravi is the correct answer. And you've got all 5. Fantastic. And you get a special prize for getting all the 5 right. So you can claim that, and you'll be asked in chat to give your coordinates so that people can contact you on mail or get your address. And so we can get your 1,000 rupees worth coupon across to you, which you can claim. So well done, Rashid Anwar. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Anwar.
Okay. Let's get back to the presentation and see what else we can play with you. Okay, these are just some kind of games which you can improvise. If you have a screen, you have some kind of a way to show those games. You can run them like that. You can even do it on chart paper and write things out and strike them out, or write it on the blackboard and play it accordingly. There's another one, which is anagrams. Okay, now anagrams, you have to have a knack to be able to unscramble letters and a certain amount of English spelling. Here you can see the exercises used in Knowledge B or in Know For Sure. There you are. So just as lamp can also become palm by rearranging the letters, or pears can also become spare by rearranging the letters, we're going to run a game for you which uses anagrams in an interesting way. It's a cryptic clue. So I'm going to ask for a volunteer, either from the deep south of the country or from the northeast of the country, preferably, because they haven't taken part so far, to unscramble this cryptic clue with a number of clues, one of which is an anagram. Okay, so let's have the clue over there. This is a cryptic clue. It offers 3 things. Okay, now this is the clue. Anybody who's up with current affairs, these are clues relating to a public figure and personality. Economy class journey from Trichy to handling the purse strings from the elder's house. Who are we going to have as a volunteer to demonstrate how this game works, one of which is an anagram? You have to be able to make connections. Any takers?
All right. So if you are from Northeast or from the core South, please mention in the chat or maybe raise hand, and then we'll pick you.
And if you can mention the school too, it'll be very good.
That's right. Please mention your school as well using chat. And I request my team to please shortlist the names and share it with us.
Right. Can we have a volunteer, please? You'll get additional clues. You will get 3 clues to be able to crack this. Each time we'll reduce the points, but the prize will be full if you can get it within the time allotted to you, which is 45 seconds. So you get 3 additional clues, which makes it easier. First, you will get the number of letters and words in the answer. Next, you'll get an anagram. Oh, I forgot. In the beginning, you also get the second clue. You get the first letters of the answer. So there are hints. There's assistance to help you get to the answer. Do we have any takers?
So we have people from Rajasthan, from Delhi again,
Okay.
from Sir MP.
Rajasthan lijiye. Let's
All right,
take somebody from
Nalita.
Rajasthan.
Just give me a minute, sir. I'll just take it. So we have Neetu Gaur. Neetu Gaur from Vidyashram Public School, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Neetu, I'll just give you the rights. Please join as a panelist.
We'll wait for that person and then we'll continue with it.
Because of some network concern, maybe they are taking some time to join as a panelist. That's why, otherwise, we would have taken them as a panelist.
Fair
Just
enough.
give me.
If not one, we'll wait for another.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for
We'll just.
all of you watching on Zoom or those on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. And those on YouTube, you can't play these games, but next time round, perhaps you can be a part of the Zoom session. And in any case, you can watch what we've recorded on YouTube. So all of you, watch out from this weekend for podcasts called Quizy Talk on the Inyanika Learning website, as well as, or rather, the Inyanika Learning channel on YouTube, or on the Quizy Talk channel on YouTube. So you can watch
So
this
we have with
particular
us.
webinar on.
So we have with us Miss Vandana Gangwar from Jaipur Warren Academy. Ma'am, please put your video audio on.
Let's welcome her.
Vandana ma'am, please put your video audio on.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, she's there.
Vandana Gangwar is your name. How do you
Good
do,
to
ma'am?
see you, sir. I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Okay, and you teach at?
Warren Academy School. I'm teaching SST.
Okay, social studies, that is.
Yes.
Correct? You
Yes,
should
sir.
be able to crack this. Have you already been able to crack it, or do you need some further clues?
Actually, I'm not understanding what exactly I have to do.
Okay, you have to name somebody which this clue is connected with. Economy
Name of
class journey from Trichy to handling the purse strings from the elder's house. Now, your
It's a name
time
of
has
a person?
started. The number of words in the name and the number of letters is given there. Can you crack it? If not, you can say next. I'll give you another clue.
Next.
Next, the first letters of the answer. NS. Who do you think this could be? Connected with the clue. You're an SST teacher. You can ask for another clue.
Another clue.
Another clue, it's an anagram. You can unscramble it. Whose name is there? Economy class journey from Trichy to handling the purse strings from the elder's house. 5 seconds. Can you unscramble it? No, ma'am.
No. I think I didn't understand the question. The puzzle.
Okay. But we asked for volunteers according to the answer, but I'll give you the
Yes.
answer. So it's Nirmala Sitaraman.
Sitaraman. Okay, fine.
Because she is a BA Economics from Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College, Tiruchirappalli. That's short form is Trichy. She is a member of the
Okay.
Rajya Sabha, which is the House of Elders,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she handles the purse strings, the finance ministry,
Yes, financial.
the purse strings of the nation. All right. So
Okay,
that's
yeah,
why the
yeah.
answer is Nirmala Sitaraman. One
Yeah.
of the answers was an anagram, okay, which you had to unscramble. Now you know how it works. Now, everybody
Yes,
watching hopefully also knows how it works. Let's put out another such cryptic clue and let's see which of you can crack it. Okay. Now, can we have it, please? This tala is a jewel in the gloves. Okay. Now, can we have a volunteer from everybody listening? If you can crack it, you'll get additional clues. So you should be able to answer it. Okay.
Raise. All right. So again, the request is same. Please keep on raising your hand. We have Mr. Chandra Prakash Singh Parihar. And I'll promote you as a panelist, Mr. Prakash.
Okay.
He is joining in a bit.
Okay.
Yes, we have with us Mr. Chandra Prakash. Please put your video audio on, sir. He's there with us.
Am I visible and audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yes, can hear you, Chandra Prakash Singh ji Parihar.
Yeah, sir, it is
Where are
Mahendra
you
Singh
speaking
Dhoni.
from?
Yeah, I am from Ujjain, Stanford International School, Ujjain. I am PGT of Geography and History, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah.
So you understand how the game
Mahendra Singh.
runs? You understand how the game is?
Yeah. Answer is Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Let's see if you're right. This tala is a jewel in the gloves. How did you work that
Mahendra
out?
Singh Dhoni.
Okay. Those are the letters. Let's see if you're correct. Let's reveal the first letters. You've already cracked it. Absolutely. Tala. Dhoni is called Tala or leader.
Yeah.
From Chennai Super Kings fans. That's what they call him, Tala. Jewel, because he's a Khel Ratna of the country, and glove because of he's a wicket keeper. All right. And you worked that out on your own, which is very good. Did you take help from somebody?
No, sir. No.
I see a shadow there of somebody else. So I'm just wondering. Even if you took help, it's fine. But you get a prize.
I'm not
You get a prize, Chandra Prakash ji.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I thought I saw somebody's elbow. So because the camera is aiming in a particular direction.
She is very happy.
Oh, there is somebody else there. Oh, that's your hand.
Right answer.
Okay, but congratulations, Chandra Prakash ji. You get a prize.
We all are very a big fan of Dhoni. That's why I am able to answer this question.
Of course. So you knew he was called Tala by the CSK fans.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's the way we crack the anagrams too. But here, of course, you didn't need any hints, but you can play that in the class. So if you can go back to the presentation, please. So that was one kind of game that you can have. And we have, as a matter of fact, in both the Know For Sure and the other book. So you can have an anagram and word hunt. And we also suggesting you check out a bingo game. All right, in the class. You know how bingo works. Action words are called out when the action is performed in the past tense of the verb is used. If you can just keep it stably for a while on the screen, please, so that you can cut to it like that. So a bingo game of tenses. This has to do with English language. Action words are called verbs. And when the action is performed in the post, the past tense of a verb is used. When something is done in the past, I beg your pardon, not in the post. So there you are. So you have all the words and you have to match them with the past tense. This is one kind of game that you can play in class. So you have students coming up and then they do an action and somebody else has to find the word. So you can divide the class into teams according to rows, perhaps. That's one way to do it. And you say, okay, you have both these things up on the board or on a charts or whatever it is, and then you can match one with the other. So that is one way to make it come alive. Can we move to the next slide, please? Here are some more ideas. We'll play more games with you as we complete the presentation. But as educators, we often hear students ask, why do we need to learn this? Bridging the gap between general knowledge and academic subjects is something Pinto needs to move up so that I can track it. 1 second. Can we move down, please? Now, if you go back to some of the other suggestions that we have, the earlier slide, please. Here are some other things that you can play in the class if you're not already doing it. Quiz relay. You divide the class into teams, line the teams up at one end of the room. The first person in the line runs to the board, answers the question, and then runs back to tag the next person. This makes it fun and active too. The next person then runs up to answer a new question. The team that finishes all questions first wins. This can work well for problems that require solving, like in maths. Okay. Then you have Who Am I, which you have a set of clues from tough to easy. And if people answer with less clues, they get more marks. It's as simple. You can write the names of famous people, animals, or objects on sticky notes and place one on each student's back. They must ask yes or no questions to the class to figure out who or what they are. They can put it on the backs or they can put them on the foreheads. Yeah. So that is one slap heads, you call it. You put the sticky note there, they can't see it, and they have to ask questions to find out what is stuck in their foreheads. And they can yes or no questions. So, for example, if the student has Albert Einstein on the forehead or the back, they could ask, am I a scientist? Or was I born in the 20th century? And try and find their way to the answer. You can allow a set number of questions and you can get it on like that. There are some more ideas with that. Fact or fiction. In today's day and age, fact checking has become very, very important because the amount of untruths and wrong facts which are circulating. Read statements out loud to the class and students must decide if the statement is fact or fiction. For example, in a science class, you might say, the earth revolves around the sun in a perfect circle. Students then have to say whether it's true or false. That's one way to do it. And involves everybody. And you'll find that that sense of participation is very motivating. And then there's the dopamine rush of getting it right. So the thought is to make learning fun. You can use multimedia tools like videos and apps. The video we showed you. We have our own app called Quizzer of the Year, which we hope to bring out a new version of very soon, and we'll inform you all about it so you can join in. You can introduce gamified learning, somewhat like the ones we showed you, like quizzes and puzzles. You can incorporate hands-on activities like experiments and projects. And our books, Knowledge Bee as well as Know For Sure, often in a set of chapters, you'll find a few which are DIY activities, do-it-yourself activities, which you can do, which are very hands-on. Then you can bridge the gap. You can relate general knowledge to subjects. As educators, we often hear students ask, why do we need to learn this? Bridging the gap between general knowledge and academic subjects answers that question. For instance, you can connect geography with history, explore how rivers influenced ancient civilizations, use current events to explain academic concepts like inflation in economics or environmental issues in science. Interdisciplinary learning not only makes lessons more engaging, but also shows students how knowledge is interconnected. Now, collaboration is the key. Teachers act as facilitators of curiosity, guiding students to discover and learn. But we're not alone in this effort. Parents, families too play a crucial role in this. Encourage young minds and students to nurture learning at home through books, through educational television shows, or even simple dinner table discussions about current events. Shared resources like articles, apps, and educational games can bridge the gap between home and school, creating a holistic learning environment for students. Of course, we face challenges. There's limited time in the curriculum, and student disinterest can make it difficult to prioritize general knowledge. But there are solutions. Creative teaching methods like storytelling and gamified learning keep students engaged. And leveraging technology can help us do more in less time. There are apps like Kahoot and Quizzes, which let you create quick interactive quizzes that students love. By thinking outside the box, we can overcome these barriers effectively. Finally, let's talk about why all of this matters. General knowledge equips students with skills for debates, public speaking, and interviews. It prepares them for global opportunities in an increasingly interconnected world. But most importantly, it encourages lifelong learning. As teachers, your role is not just to teach lessons, as you well know, but to inspire students to learn, master, explore, and grow. Now, I'm happy to take questions from you, and we'll have a last set of questions, okay? And after that, we'll run a few more questions. There are more prizes to be won, and then I'll conclude this session. So if there are any questions from any of you out there, please volunteer, raise your hands on Zoom or send in your questions, and Saurabh will name you, and we'd love to hear from you, hear your questions, and I will respond to you.
So if you have any question, A, you can use Q&A. My team will read it for you. B, you can ask your question, and then I'll give you permission to directly speak your question to Mr. Basu. Also, I can read it on your behalf. And we also have people joined in the YouTube. So if you have any question, my team is looking at that. Please keep on writing using chat, and then my team will send it to me. I want all of you to please start writing using chat or Q&A. Yeah, I can see a Q&A is filling up. So
no,
the
I'd
question...
love to. I'd
Okay,
really
sir.
love to hear from all of you who are participating.
Okay.
What challenges do you face in incorporating general knowledge into your teaching? Do you have any success stories to share? Let's discuss and collaborate to make our classrooms more curious and engaging.
So we have people who are showing their interest, and Mr. Sarfaraz Ahmed. Mr. Sarfaraz Ahmed is joining this webinar as a panelist.
At this point, how many do we have on the webinar, Saurabh?
We have close to 500, sir, now.
Okay, we have about 500. Very good.
Let me check the chat also. Just give me a minute, sir.
Sarfaraz Ahmed, if there's anybody else.
Yeah, because of some technical glitch only. You need to accept the request to be promoted as panelist. I repeat it again, because the moment I give you permission, you need to join it again. And it takes around 1-2 seconds, maximum 2 seconds. So we have Mr. Sarfaraj Ahmed with us. Hello, sir. Please put your video audio on. Yes, he's here with us.
How are you, Mr. Ahmed?
Please unmute. Please unmute, Mr. Ahmed. Please unmute.
Your device is on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, hi.
Hi, sir. It's really, I'm very excited to talk to you, Mr. Basu.
Good to speak to you too. Where are you speaking from?
I'm speaking from all the way from Allahabad, sir. Uttar Pradesh, Allahabad.
Kya baat hai? Prayagraj, Allahabad. Welcome, welcome to you. Are you a teacher too?
Yes, sir. I'm also a teacher, an English teacher as well as a general knowledge teacher.
Wonderful. And where do you teach?
In LDC Public School, Sorav, Prayagraj.
Okay. I'd love to take a question from you or hear your views.
My question is that, sir, how it is possible for most of the students to engage in a general knowledge quiz, because when I'm teaching, I can see that lots of students are not interested in reading or learning about the general knowledge, because they know that only they will get in class 8 up to they will use general knowledge, and after 9th and 10th they will not able to learn the general knowledge questions. This I want to know how I should make this general knowledge education more emphatic or more interesting for the children. So
Mr. Ahmed, all of the students are interested in something or the other. It could be sport, it could be films, it could be music, it could be television, it could be certain personalities they're interested in. That's an entry point. That's a way to get into what they want to know about. Find out what their interests are and make that an entry point to ask questions about that. If it's about their favorite game or personalities that they may have or people they may look up to for one reason or the other, ask questions about that. Ask questions about what is happening in their city or what is happening in the headlines. Ask them questions about it. Do you know what this is? Do you know what that is? You ask about Mahendra Singh Dhoni if he's somebody that they look up to. If there's an Allahabad personality, something to do with some of the events that happened in Prayagraj or the localities, make it come alive for them, but keep it relatable and use that as an entry point to expand their interests. Because there is a life for them beyond class 8. There's a life for them beyond their exams. There's a life for them out there. And there's a whole big world beyond their classrooms, beyond their cities, beyond the country, beyond the earth, in outer space too. And the sooner they become aware of all that and are able to make connections, maybe they'll find their way in an adventurous way beyond the limits that they have set for themselves. That's what I can suggest.
Okay.
Open our books and say,
Thank
okay,
you,
now
sir.
which one interests you? Let's go with that. And use that as a building block to create some interest. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. So thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for asking this question.
Okay.
And sir, we have more than 600 people watching live on YouTube at this point of time, and they are also writing questions. So I would like to read a question on behalf of one of the participants. Her name is Julie David. Julie David. She says, she asks that nowadays students don't want to read newspapers or gain any type of knowledge through books. So what can be done and what can be the alternate for them? Like how we can enhance their general knowledge if they are not into that newspapers or book reading or something like that?
Well, perhaps they watch movies. Perhaps they watch television. Perhaps they listen to television news once in a while. Perhaps they're listening to songs, going to the movie theaters to watch a movie. That's one place that you can start. Suppose they like to watch a sports event, exactly as I was answering Mr. Ahmed. And you have to tell them how to find out more. Find out about their own communities. Find out about their own languages. Ask them questions about that. And use that as a point of entry. Anything that might interest them is a way to engage them. And give them exercises. Ask them questions. I think that's one way they can begin, and reward them for their answers. Gamify it. Anything that you gamify immediately gets engagement of another level. So that you're not just saying, okay, you must read this, you must do that, only then I will answer questions. Begin by asking them things that interest them, that they might respond to, and build on that. That's my response. Again, I don't know if you've seen our books, our Knowledge Bee or Know For Sure books. If from those books, you go to anything, ask them to pick what might interest them and make that a point of entry. And to find out more, they can use the internet. They can look for books in the library or for headlines in the newspapers and find out something. Tell them this is what appeared in the paper about your city, about your place, or something like that. And say, okay, tell me a little bit more about that. Find out and let me know. That's one way to do it.
Correct. Right, sir. So up next, we have one more educator who has joined us on Zoom. His name is Mr. Manish Kumar. So, Mr. Kumar, I request you please put your video audio on and ask your question.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hi, Manish.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you, Manish Kumar?
It's a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
Good to speak to you too. Where are you speaking from?
Sir, I'm from Ranchi.
From Ranchi. You know,
Yes, sir. I'm
briefly, I
working in.
visited because my parents were living at Ranchi for a couple of years. And so I briefly visited Ranchi, and right on the Kanke Dam was the house, and it was a very lovely kind of location. And that was way back in
Yes,
the
sir. Sir, I would
70s,
like to,
mid
sir.
70s. It's changed a lot now.
Yes, sir. I would like to invite you at my school, sir, at our school. It's our pleasure, sir, to host you.
Which school do you teach at?
Sir, Tender Heart Senior Secondary School, Ranchi, sir.
Tender Heart. Okay, so good to speak to you from Tender Heart. And I think I've gone there to a DPS to conduct a quiz there at one point of time.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so
Sir,
what's
on
your question?
Sir, my question is, sir, should we introduce general knowledge as a compulsory or structured subject rather than just an extracurricular activity?
You
So,
know,
what do you think, sir?
what's
We
the
need to
point of
introduce.
burdening students with one more compulsory subject?
Yes,
It
sir.
should be something that interests them per se, because general knowledge is not limited to a curriculum.
Yes, sir.
It's everything beyond. It's the whole wide world of everything that is happening, and is to make people interested in that, because we live in this world. We live with other people, with different cultures, with different languages, with different interests. So the thought is, how do you find your way into that? How do you find out about something that might interest you, you want to know more about? How do you share that with other people? How do you make that learning fun and engaging? How do you do that accurately? Really, that is what general knowledge is about to me. And so why necessarily make it a curriculum subject? But at the same time, I think it's a vital part of what happens in the school, because schools can't be just about preparing people for exams. That will equip them for the exams, maybe, but for life, not necessarily.
Yes, sir.
Because life is much bigger than that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good to speak to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure to
Thank
talk
you.
to you, sir.
Good to speak to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much,
Sir, if you allow, can we have two more questions?
It's up to you. It's your
Okay, so
webinar.
we'll have one question for YouTube, from YouTube, and then another we'll take it from Zoom. So it's Miss Manirupa Dey. She is asking a question, and she has written that during the formative years of a child, probably the pre-primary, the foundational stage, as we say, as per the national education policy, how can we teach or introduce general knowledge to a little one who is probably distracted, or maybe they're not concentrated, they are not absolutely there for the classroom? So how we can introduce and make them aware about the general knowledge? Should we have some proper subjects or the curriculum, or we can teach them through practical life? So this is what their question is. They need your expert advice.
Manirupa Dey, you said.
That's
do we
right.
know where she's from?
Manirupa Dey, if you can write your city as well using chat, then my team will revert me. Quickly do that. We have a lag of around 7 seconds in YouTube, sir. So probably she'll.
Fair enough. Let me try and answer the question of Manirupa Dey. Is how do you interest somebody who's very young from the earliest years in general knowledge? The point is not necessarily to restrict them to any one subject. General knowledge is to interest them in finding out about the world, to develop curiosity, to develop a questioning attitude. And one way to do that is to be able to answer the questions and also provide them enough material which could interest them. It could be picture books. It could be programs that they are interested in, things that they want to listen to. And in the conversation around them, the stories that are told to them, and not just about fictional fantasy stories, but also about different aspects. It could be to do with geography, or to do with history, or to do with flora and fauna, plant life and animal life, or how things work. If there's conversation around them, maybe they start finding out, and you start finding out what they're interested in. One good thing is to surround them with material that is attractive, appealing, that they naturally incline towards. one of the ways I learned very early is that we had some wonderful children's encyclopedias around and picture books which had stories, or picture books which told you about the world. It told you about different kinds of animals. It told you about systems that work in the cities. It could be a metro. It could be how electricity comes to every home. It could be how cars work. And you find your way into whatever interests you. And sooner or later, I think that's one way to engage. I don't think there's one way to say, okay, shut everything. Now let's learn general knowledge. It doesn't work like that. General knowledge is everything. So there's no curriculum for that. It's how to get interested in things, how to be curious, how to find your way through it, how to learn about things which are not in your textbook, or how to deepen that knowledge or expand that knowledge, and how to find out things for yourself. It prepares you for lifelong learning. So I think everything that you do towards that, as teachers, most of you would have very rich experiences here and have some ideas what interests people, young people particularly. Take that as your cue and take it forward.
That's right. That's a great suggestion, and I hope that she's got enough ideas now to take care of the young kids. Sir, one last question, because the person is continuously, trying to, get in touch with us. He's Mr. Rajiv Podar. So I'll give you rights, Mr. Podar. Please join as a panelist, and then you can interact with Mr. Basu. I request you please put your video. Yeah, Mr. Podar is there with us.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah, I can. We can see you. Yeah, please.
Hello, sir.
Hi, let's see you on the screen, please. I'm waiting to see you. There you are. Hi.
Namaste, sir. How are you? I am
Rajiv Podar. Good to see you and hear you. Where are you speaking from?
So my name is actually Aditya Podar. I am speaking from Calcutta. Rajiv Podar is my uncle who's been...
Okay, you're using his computer or something. So Aditya. All right. Hi, Aditya.
So my name is Aditya. His name is Rajiv. And we've been doing knowledge capsules, as you can read, sir. For the past 15-20 years, he's been teaching since 30 years now for free for children with economics and accountancy. So like you have mentioned throughout your presentation, sir, we have been going to schools in and around Calcutta, and we've been going to schools everywhere in the country with Kotak Education Foundation, with Pratham Education Foundation. And we've been taking classes on general knowledge and current affairs in the most storytelling and simplified format possible. After we take a 20-minute session with these kids on, say, any topic like US elections, we've been taking topics on general elections, budget, Sunita Williams, Mr. Green, elephants culling in Africa, all kinds of topics you can think about, sir. And at the end, we take a small 5-question quiz based on the topic on menti.com. Our whole purpose is from, sir, KC, which is knowledge capsules. You can go to KBC. From KC to KBC, that is very simple for us. And we take it on menti.com, sir, so that we can take it, forward and we can take it completely, we can light a candle on a child's brain and the candle keeps burning, right, sir? That is how...
Very good effort.
That is the whole purpose, sir, and that is the whole effort.
I think comprehension is a key, and what you do, so that you go through a whole lot of things and do a quiz on that. I think comprehension is very important, and to reward that comprehension. So if it's a subject that is made relatable and comprehensible, and then you check how much they've absorbed of it, is a good way of doing that. And that's one of the good uses of quizzing, to test how much they have heard, how closely they have listened, and what they can get. So I think it's a very commendable effort that you and your uncle, Rajiv, have been doing through your knowledge capsules. More power to you. Do more activity like that.
So, sir, we want to reach the masses. We have a teacher training program also where we try to use a trickle-down effect to reach classes. I'm personally a quiz master and I'm a quiz teacher at the Heritage School and other schools. Right now, I'm just 28 years old, so I've just started doing this very professionally, sir.
Very good.
So I wanted to ask you, sir, how is it possible? So right now, I am actually one person going to school, approaching schools, trying to get them to start sessions. I've been going to schools. I've been taking random sessions with them also. But I want to know, sir, how can I go to the masses? Because I want to scale up. I am doing this for free right now. I just want to try and build a army of storytellers. Like Steve Jobs said, the world's most powerful person is a storyteller, right? And as you also very rightfully mentioned, sir. So I want to create an army of storytellers that I want to do this, sir. Can you?
You know, the question you're asking is a question that a lot of people are asking. Every other person is asking, particularly with access to social media. You know, the space for attention has become vast, and the fight for attention has become more and more tough. How do you get out there? One thing you've been equipped with today, which we never had 10 years back, 20 years back, even going further back, is that you have fora. You can put out anything and try and win an audience. This is what all attention seekers do. And there is good attention and there's rubbish attention to two ends of the spectrum. So you can put out things in storytelling form, and there are people who do that. They take up different aspects. Somebody may take up food, somebody may take up technology, somebody may take up sport, somebody may take up all diverse fields and comment on various things and tell stories about personalities. These are things that you can do. You can start putting them together yourself. Let me tell you, it's not just an individual quest. Beg your pardon. Believe me, it's not just an individual quest that you've mentioned. Broadcasters are struggling to find a mass audience. Broadcasters are struggling to find a mass audience. The OTT platforms are struggling to find a mass audience. And Bollywood, for instance, is struggling to find a mass audience. Everybody is looking for the same thing. The thing is to try and to begin with the fora, the channels, the platforms available to you. There's so many of them available, and start there, and things will start putting, and it's easier than ever before. It's become very democratized, to put things together and put them out there. And if it compels attention, you will find a following, is my belief, of the right kind. Now, we have time for some games left, a few quick quizzes and competitions. I don't know how many prizes we have left, 3 or 4. Saurabh?
Yeah, we have around 3-4 prizes left, sir.
Okay, so we're going to put different questions with different formats, and then we'll wind up.
Yeah, before we proceed, I would like to make an announcement. You can see some handles on your screen right away. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, as well as you can see handles, names are written. Even you can follow Indianica Learning. We are starting with a series of podcasts where Mr. Basu be the host, and we have invited well-known dignitaries across the nation. They belong to politics, education, entrepreneur, defense. All well-known dignitaries are going to join and going to share their experience with respect to the latest trend in education and other factors. So please stay tuned. Using these handles, you can subscribe to KnowledgeBee@ILPL _ILPL. I'm sorry. Using Instagram, you can follow Quizy Talk. You can follow Instagram and as well as Indianica Learning over Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. And stay tuned with a lot of updates that are coming in. So, sir, we are at the end of this segment, and we have a lot of questions now in the parking lot. But yeah, because of time, because it's been around 1.5 hours that we are here, so we can get to the next segment. Maybe a quiz for 3-4 more participants, questions, and if possible, we can have a few from YouTube as well.
Right. So I'm going to run some quiz questions and settings with a difference to you. This we run off our cuisine system. The next is of a game that we call Quick Six. So I will tell you later, Ms. Maheshwari, whether you were right or wrong. But for the moment, let's go after Sari is named after places in India. Can I have a volunteer, please?
Yeah, we have a lot of ladies volunteers now. I can see that because they can guess it rightly. Let me quickly choose Kalpana Sharma, ma'am. Kalpana Sharma, I promote you as panelist.
Kalpana Sharma.
That's right. Kalpana ma'am is joining very soon. And she is there with us. Kalpana ma'am, please put your audio and video on. Can you hear us, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, we'd like to see you also.
Sir.
Hello, Kalpana ma'am. How are you?
Fine, sir. Very good to see you.
Do you think we can take a look at her, please?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, I can see you now. Yes. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Welcome to you, Kalpana Sharma. Where are you speaking from?
From Jhansi, sir. Sherwood
From
College.
Jhansi.
In Sherwood College.
Okay, wonderful. So you're familiar with saris,
Yeah.
and you should be able to place which
but
sari
yes.
is from which place.
Kanjivaram.
Wait, I'm going to show you choices. So you're ready to face your question?
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Okay, let's put in the 9 choices in front of you. So there you are: Jamdani, Bati, Kanjivaram, Pochampalli, Kasavu, Paithani, Bomkai, Kotadoria, and Patan Patola. So these are 6 kinds of saris, 9 kind of saris, I beg your pardon. 6 of them are named after places in India.
Okay.
So your job is to pick the ones that are named after places. I'll tell you whether you're right or wrong after you pitch 6 in 45 seconds. We'll start your time now, one by one. Which of these 9 are named after places?
Kotadoria.
Kotadoria, you think is named after a place. Okay.
Jamdani.
Jamdani, you think is named after a place.
Kanjivaram.
Kanjivaram, you think is named after a place. 3 more.
Paithani.
Paithani, you think? Okay, we've ticked that.
Kasavu.
Kasavu. Kasavu, okay, Kasavu. Let's
And
pick that.
Pochampalli.
Pochampalli, you think. Okay, so those are the 6. Now let's see how many of them are right. Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
said Paithani. Is that named after a place? Let's find out. Yes, Paithan is in Maharashtra. You said
Yes.
Kanjivaram. Of course, you're right. After Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. Then you said Pochampalli. Is that also correct? Yes, it's a village in Telangana. After which you said Kotadoria. Is that named after a place? Absolutely. After Kota in Rajasthan. There are 2 more. Jamdani. Is that correct? No. No. All right. So that's a kind of sari which comes from Bengal, but it's not named after a place.
Okay.
Neither is, I think, let's find out, Kasavu. Is that correct? No. It's a broad zari border in the sari, which is called Kasavu. Let's find out the ones which are named after places.
Okay.
Can we reveal the answers, please? Patan is in Gujarat and Bomkai is in Odisha. All right, so you missed 2, but you got 4, so well done. We can't give you a prize for that, but thank you for taking part.
At least I'm enriched with that knowledge at least.
Wonderful. And thank you for joining us, Kalpana ji. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
All right.
And I must say, Kalpana ma'am, speaking to Mr. Basu directly is not less than any prize.
Yes, yes,
Am I
definitely.
right?
Yes,
That's right.
yes, definitely.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other kinds of questions that we have? And then I'm happy to take questions from the audience too before winding up. What do we have? What kind of question? If you can see it, then we'll get a volunteer. Another quick six to name. Anybody who's into sport, this has to do with FIFA World Cup, which is football. It's a beautiful game, popular all over the world. FIFA World Cup winners. Right.
So we have Mr. Ramakant Vibhute. Mr.
Ramakant Vibhute.
He is joining as a panelist, yes. Yes, Mr. Ramakant Vibhute, please put your video on. Yes, we can see you. Please, yeah. Yeah, he's here with us. We have with us Mr. Ramakant.
Sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Ramakant Vibhute. Now we can see and hear you. You're very welcome. Where are you speaking from?
I'm from Ujjain.
From
Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh.
Wonderful.
Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh.
Absolutely. Of course. There's only one Ujjain
Yes.
from ancient times. As far as I know, there's only one Ujjain, the city of the Mahakal temple, among other things.
Yes, sir.
So, you're fond of football?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm football.
Okay.
I'm fond of football.
So from the 1930s onwards, we've had the FIFA World Cup, as you know. We are going to give you 9 choices. Pick 6 of these who have won the Football World Cup. Let's put in all the choices.
Okay.
Argentina, Netherlands, Spain, Uruguay, Croatia, Mexico, England, France, West Germany. Pick the 6 who've actually won.
So that is Argentina.
Now.
Argentina,
you say.
Uruguay, England.
Uruguay, you
France,
say. England, you say. France, he's answering very fast. France. 4 in already, 2 more.
So wait a minute. Spain.
Spain, you think? All right.
And West Germany.
And West Germany. Lock?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lock. Let's see how many you got right. You said Argentina, correct? Yes, 3 times. 78, 86, 2022. Uruguay?
Uruguay,
Twice.
first 2.
The very first in
Twice.
1930 and 1950.
England.
England?
1996.
Absolutely right.
1966.
Just one.
1966.
Absolutely right. Then you said France.
France.
Twice, 98
Twice.
and 2018. Then you said
Spain.
Spain.
Recently.
Just once in 2010. Finally, you said West Germany.
Yes, sir.
Of course. 4 times. Twice as West Germany, once as Germany, unified Germany. Right? Very good. So congratulations, you get a special prize. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
We can go on,
Please
but I think we've run out
mention
of
your
time.
email ID.
I'm happy to take questions from the audience, Saurabh, if we want to allow it. Otherwise, I'll do a wrap.
Yeah, I'll just check that because time is getting over. We are here since, almost 2 hours. And the lot of questions that we have asked, and we have got wonderful response from the team, from the participants all across the nation. And if you have any question using the chat, we can have quick 1 or 2 more questions, and then we'll have a closing remark for this wonderful webinar, which we have just experienced. In the meanwhile, you write your question using Q&A, using YouTube chat or the Zoom chat. Let me tell you, because even I'm not a teacher, I'm a trainer by profession, but I have made notes out of what Mr. Basu has suggested us. I have my diary kept with me and I have made many notes. And I can tell you one thing. If you learn from someone who has worked in a practical ground, they have served a lot of thousands of the students across the nation and overseas. They can give you the best of best idea. And who can give you best idea than Mr. Basu? I can tell you with confidence and with proud. So even if you take 40% of what Mr. Basu has just suggested us, you can have wonderful classrooms. And of course, your students are going to remember you for your lifetime. As I said, that the the best of best teacher, they inspires curiosity in the classroom, right? So somebody's asking, Rajni ma'am is asking, sir, how can we motivate teachers to use quizzing, to make teaching learning interesting? How a teacher can get time, because they are occupied with their schedules, their timetables, and a lot of tensions probably in the private schools happening because of performance or a lot of other things. How they can incorporate quizzing in their timetable, in their schedule? What are the best of best measures or any tool that you can suggest them? That is one question from their side.
Quizzing is a way of questioning and a way of making connections, of joining the dots and answering and recalling when you need to. Practice makes perfect in quizzing. The more you do it for any subject, it doesn't have to be general knowledge. It's very useful. You can quiz yourself. You complete something. You have somebody ask you questions. Ask yourself, do I know this? Do I know this about that? Do I not know this about this? So teachers too. One effort to engage you is a webinar like this. That's one way to interest teachers. And hopefully you found it interesting and useful too. So how to engage teachers? How does a teacher get interested? Is to check out on the net. There are so many online quizzes. See what interests you and see how much you know about it. Test yourself. Find out how much do you know compared to others and try and improve and get better at it. And if it's a game, then I think it becomes a little easier to take part. So then somebody's not necessarily judging you. You engage in it, feel happy with the answers that you get. And if you don't, find out more about it. So I think there are whole lots of apps and activities where you can just go onto the net, take part, and yourself get interested in it and find ways to interest other people in it too. So that's one way to do it. And remember, quizzing is useful for all kinds of purposes. Can you make the connections, join the dots, recall disparate facts when you need to? And the more you do it, the more you get better at it. That's one thing. The more you do it, the better you get at it. If you want to know whether if you're preparing a team, say, for a quiz contest, maybe in science, maybe in literature, in any subject, even mental maths or math solutions, the way to get better at it, to do more and more of it. Face some of those questions yourself. You'll find some regular quizzers who may be accomplished quizmasters who still take part in quizzes and don't necessarily win, but they take part because they enjoy participating. And I think that atmosphere and attitude is very important.
Wonderful.
I hope that answers some of your questions.
Really wonderful, sir. Every good time has some limit, sir. Of course, we are here since 2 hours now. Let me tell you one thing. I have seen some of the recordings of that Quizy Talk that we are starting up. Even if you go through the episodes which we are going to put very soon in the YouTube, in Quizy Talk, in Indianica Learning, also the Instagram page with the name @knowledgeb_ILPL, you'll get to learn a lot of things from there, because people talk about how to deal with today's Gen Z or Gen Alpha kids. It's not as same as you and me used to be, as we all know. You're going to get a lot of ideas. You're going to get a lot of learning. See, funny reels can be seen in a second swipe. But if you really want to get educated, and if you really want to learn something, and you really want to teach something differently, then you need to get hold of some good credentials, and those credentials are written in front of you on the screen. Please join us for that wonderful initiative that we have started. And I'm sure that even if we can take a bit from Mr. Basu's knowledge, we can make our life wonderful and better than before. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. I can listen to you for hours and hours and hours. I will never get fatigued after, once I listen to you, because you have such a wonderful voice. And of course, more than that, wonderful knowledge. Even that knowledge can cater to I as a child, and now I as a trainer as well, that can cope up with. And I'm sure that all the teachers have learned a lot of ideas which they can implement right from tomorrow onwards. My team has shared a link in the chat in Zoom as well as in YouTube. Please fill that link to get your participation certificate as well on your email ID. So my team has just posted that. Please fill that, and then your participation certificate will be delivered on your email ID as well. Any closing remarks from your side, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And thank you, everybody who's joined us on this particular event. I wanted to tell everybody that with the active support and initiative of Indianica Learning, my publishers of KnowledgeBee and Know For Sure, we've launched a handle on Insta called KnowledgeBee, KnowledgeBee_ILPL. If you look at it, every day there's going to be something or the other. There's going to be a quiz time, a question for you. There's going to be something that we are calling a factical, sharing an interesting fact with you. We are going to have teasers about the Quizy Talk podcast. Now, the Quizy Talk podcast are conversations with achievers, authors, thought leaders who have very interesting learning cycles. It's about learning, about what that enterprise, what general knowledge is going to be like in the age of AI and Google. So I invite you all to join in on the Quizy Talk podcast. We'll be putting out posts on Insta, on YouTube, on other social media handles. And on YouTube, we'll be putting out the Quizy Talk podcast, starting hopefully from this weekend. So, and onwards. So just check them out. And please subscribe to Quizy Talk, not just yourself. Please share it with your families, your students, their families, and friends, so that they also check it out. And also, please follow and like the handles at Quizy Talk or at KnowledgeBee_ILPL. It's on Facebook too. So you'll find all sorts of interesting things, and perhaps there'll be more webinars too. To wind up, thank you all for joining me on this journey today. Together, let's ignite the spark of curiosity in every classroom and empower students for a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the participants. Be curious to learn something new. Of course, curiosity shows us that we are alive and we are absolutely working for this nation's progress. Be curious for our next series of webinars, probably next month or next to next month. You'll be notified very soon with the latest, with some new topics, with some new ideas and innovations. And of course, as I said, KnowledgeBee at the KnowledgeBee_ILPL once again, and Quizy Talk for all of you. Thank you so much to all of you. Please take a very good care of yourself. I, Saurabh Beniwal, signing out for the day. Please take a very good care of yourself. You have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.